Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar on social media best practices. We appreciate your time today and will do our best to help you learn all the great strategies available to turn your social media activities into profitable media outlets. My name is Janine Crooks, and I'll be your co-host today. I'm the Client Services Manager with Awin US. I've been in the industry for 18 years, and I have been with Awin for the past 6. I've worked with thousands of publishers over the years.
And my name is Abby. I am the blogger liaison at ShareASale. I've been with ShareASale for about 5.5 years, and I've also maintained my own blog, which is a personal travel blog at shallwegetaway.com. You can find my contact information there. And note that throughout the webinar, feel free to submit your questions. And if we don't get to them right away, we will certainly leave time for questions at the end. Also, let us know if you are having any trouble hearing us or maybe we are being too loud. You can always submit that in the question form and we'll be sure to adjust the volume on our end. So yeah, we're looking forward to diving into some different strategies for social media and specifically pertaining to affiliate marketing. All right, so let's just first start with a few general tips for social media before we dive into the specific channels. First and foremost, you want to be clear across all social channels. Consistency and interacting with your followers are definitely key. You want to use the same profile images across all profiles. Repetitive photos really help to strengthen your personal brand and they really help to establish that consistency. And they also help you to be more familiar, more memorable amongst your followers. You'll also want to deliver your own unique messages. You'll want to give your own opinions on popular topics and also be sure to check out what's always trending. Now, the best time to post, the real answer to this, is really any time when your audience is the most active and responsive. You can always learn about their behavior by conducting a specific poll on your website and kind of incentivize them to participate. Maybe have a random drawing where they can win a certain prize or a gift by participating in your pool. Now, according to research, the best time to post on Facebook is really any time. On Twitter, it's going to be Wednesdays, specifically from 7:30 to 9 a.m. and then again from noon to 6 p.m. Eastern time. On Instagram, the traffic tends to spike on Mondays. People seem to be catching up on their feed from the weekend. And then on Pinterest, the best time to post is in the evenings, typically when kids are going to bed.
One of the best things you can do to help your site be stickier is to invest the time and money in having good images. Just as the old saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and so too is it on blog posts. A favorite for creating videos is Animoto. Their interface is pretty easy to use to combine a series of images or video clips into a single presentation. For images, you can always use Facetune. And if you like to photograph things yourself on your smartphone, then make sure to check out the blog post on the ShareASale blog called Tips for Better Smartphone Photos. Lots of good ideas on there. One of the best things that you want to do, as Abby was just mentioning before, is to establish a visual identity. So in the video or the images that you're doing, make sure to include some style points that are in all of your images, all your videos. Just some little things that are going to help your visitor to know instantly that this comes from you. Some best practices when presenting images and graphics include making a collage or a series of images that will pull the visitor into the page. Make sure to include a call to action or the title text in there so they know what to do next, because sometimes they'll just get there and they will get totally lost. Canva is really a great way to be able to optimize for the different kinds of platforms that you're working on. You can use this especially for things like Pinterest to try and make an extra long post, and we'll show you that coming up in a little bit. But it's an easy to use platform. Even I can use it, so that's proof that it's easy to use. And it's got a lot of options on ways to do things. So that's one that we do recommend, and they do have a free version on it, so it's not one more thing that you have to pay for. Now let's talk a little bit about deep linking. So there's a difference between direct linking and deep linking to get started with. Direct linking points directly from the image or the post to the advertiser's site without going through your publisher site. This is most often used in pay-per-click campaigns. Deep linking goes directly from your website to the specific item on the advertiser's website. So instead of going to their homepage and making the consumer kind of shop to try and find whatever it was that you were just talking about, you're pointing directly to the sweater or the toy or the hotel that you were just discussing in your post. These perform much better than a general link to the advertiser's homepage. And it's also a better reader experience. They're not left wandering. They like the fact that they can just click on it and buy exactly what it was that you just said. They're interested in shopping for it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have clicked. So make it easy for them. So when should you use direct linking or deep linking? For starters, going to the publisher's site first adds value to the reader as they're trying to make their purchase. They'll know more about what it is that they want to buy before they get there because they read it on your site. So that's going to make them less likely to click away and instead more likely to buy. Now, it is acceptable to use direct linking on social media because if you think about it, the content surrounding the link on social media is acting like the post on your website. You're adding value to the transactional process by providing additional information. One thing that's critical to do if you intend to do some direct linking is to make sure that the advertiser permits it. Some do, some don't, and you don't want to lose credit for sales by violating that advertiser's policy. Quickly, I'm just going to show you here how easy it is to create a deep link in the Awin interface. First, you simply choose the merchant you want from the drop-down menu, then enter the destination URL you want to use. Now, we do recommend that you add a click ref because that can help you track exactly which link a sale originated from. By default, the system creates a URL, but you can also pick HTML if you wish. And as you complete each section, you can literally watch your link being built. You can either copy the long link or shorten it if you wish, but just know that once you shorten it, you can't go back. You'd have to rebuild the link from scratch again if you want to change.
And ShareSale also has the same functionality to create a deep link. We also make it very easy for our affiliates to go in and create their own custom link. We recently updated our interface back in October, so now the process is just a little different. It actually includes one less step. So very, very similar to the Awin interface. All you need to do is plug in the destination URL or the page to which you want to direct your followers. So let's say you found an ottoman on Wayfair that you want to promote to your readers. All you need to do is copy and paste that page URL into the bar here and then hit Create Custom Link. After you hit Create Custom Link, that's when you'll have the option to create the short link. Again, the same option as on Awin. And then you also have the option to add an AF-track parameter, which is essentially the click ref from Awin, but we call it our AF-track parameter. And that allows you to track specific campaigns. So if you're posting the link on your social channel and you want to be sure that you know how often a specific short link is clicked on Facebook on a certain day, you can add your AF-track parameter to be Facebook 12/18 or 12/8/17, today's date, so that you know exactly how many clicks and sales that particular link on Facebook got you. It's just one additional way to stay organized. Now, ShareSale also has a product discovery tool that gets implemented on your bookmarks bar. So this allows you to grab the link even faster. So let's say you're already on the ottoman page on Wayfair and you want to be sure to grab that link right then and there. All you need to do is implement this, and then once clicked, it drops down with the affiliate link. So it provides ways for you to customize the link with a specific image that you may want, specific text, or you can simply grab the link, the shortened link in the upper right-hand corner of the bookmarklet tool. And this tool also allows you to share the link directly on your Facebook and on your Twitter profiles. So if you're already logged into those social channels, all you need to do is click on the icons in the upper right-hand corner that you see there. It allows you to write a short description about the product that you're featuring, and then the link will automatically be included. So it's an even faster way to grab the affiliate links for products that you want to feature.
Now it's time to talk a little bit about compliance, because this has become a critical issue in our industry, and it's important that you are compliant in anything that you do in social media. Compliance is required by the Federal Trade Commission, and as internet sales have grown, so too have complaints, and as a result, the FTC has become far more involved in establishing best practices when selling online. Many publishers think that only the advertiser can be punished by the FTC, but that's not true. Failure to comply can hurt both parties, and the FTC has demonstrated that more than once in the past couple of years, and they're stepping up their efforts now. The FTC treats endorsements and testimonials equally. Both must be fully disclosed. So here's the 3 guiding principles that the FTC uses to evaluate a presentation. The content must be truthful and not misleading. And we've all seen all those sites where, for example, for diet sites, there were people that claimed that they had these amazing results. And if you tried checking it out, that person never existed. The content's got to be truthful, not misleading. It's got to be genuine and real people that are doing it. The generally expected results must be clearly and conspicuously disclosed. So these should be the results that most people are going to get, not the results that, one person got, and you're lucky if you can get, just even part of that and can't emulate it. And finally, any connection between the endorser and the marketer must be disclosed, any connection at all. So it's important to kind of get a sense of that. Bloggers, by getting any kind of compensation, are considered endorsers. And this isn't just commission payments. If they got a free item to review, if you were paid cash, for example, a sponsored post, if you get any kind of an in-kind payment. And this actually includes things like a link exchange. If you're exchanging links with someone, you have to disclose that the reason you are telling people to go to their site is because they gave you a link back. So you have to even explain those kinds of things. And then, of course, if you get a commission payment, you have to absolutely disclose that that's what you received in exchange for your post on the item. The FTC wants the disclosure to appear before the first affiliate link so that there's no way the consumer can miss it before seeing the link. It's got to be in the same size type font, the same style and wording as the rest of the post so that it doesn't get lost. Fortunately, the FTC is not requiring the disclosure to appear before every affiliate link, but it must appear before the first one in the post. Now, some people have asked us if they still have to disclose the affiliate relationship if they bought the product, and you don't, unless your post includes an affiliate link or another way to earn compensation, in which case you are right back under the disclosure rules. So the FTC requires clear and conspicuous presentation, which means that for starters, the disclosure must be placed as close to the claim as possible, and either to the claim or to the link, whatever it is that's referring publishers or referring visitors to that site. The language must be understandable by the reasonable consumer. And so one thing that's important here is you can't just say that it's an affiliate link, because most of the population doesn't know what an affiliate link is. You have to disclose that you could earn compensation from any sales made. There shouldn't be any links between the disclosure and the claim. So that means that right after your disclosure, the next link that appears should be the affiliate link. Nothing else in between. They don't want any confusion about what it is that this disclosure is referring to. You can't put it at the end of your post anymore. It can't be in the footer. The FTC wants to make sure that the consumer had the opportunity to read the disclosure before making any purchase. So that also means that you can't just put it above the start of your presentation. It's literally supposed to be in the text. The good thing is, since it's a little tighter in space on Twitter and Facebook, it can just include #ad before the affiliate link, and that'll be enough to satisfy what the FTC is looking for.
All right, now we're going to start talking about one of the first of the 4 platforms that we're discussing today, and we're going to start with Facebook. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like throughout the blogging community, generally everyone's favorite platform is definitely Facebook. So if you have a large following on Facebook, or if you're working toward it, there's definitely a lot of room to monetize here. So just some general tips for using affiliate links on Facebook. Be sure to use full-size quality images. That will definitely help your particular post stick out amongst the news feed when your audience is scrolling through their feed. Also, be sure to keep it short and clear. I found that the attention span of my followers, they don't tend to necessarily sit down and read through really long-winded posts. They like it shorter. So the shorter, the sweeter, the better. Also be sure to interact with your followers. So be sure to throw in questions every now and then, ask for advice, perhaps host giveaways on Facebook. And be sure to include those shortened links on your Facebook page, just because it's going to look a lot more clean and a lot more pretty, other than having your long-winded link that you can grab. So be sure to use those shortened links both in Share a Sale and in Awin. Also, be sure to turn some posts into videos, especially if you're comfortable in front of the camera. Video content is becoming increasingly popular. So, be sure to bust out that video camera every now and then and record yourself in a video, maybe talking about specific products that you've featured before and how you like to use them. Also, even though this is kind of less popular on Facebook, Facebook does still pick up relevant hashtags. So be sure to include those in your posts. And I do have an example here. Taking from some advice that we've already talked about, making a collage, just giving your audience some different options. This collage was created in Canva. I asked my audience a question to hopefully gauge some interaction and some activity on this post. And I also used my shortened links here too. Now, there is a difference between posting on Facebook, just a simple status, and also buying an advertisement on Facebook. So when you just use a simple post, you're basically just containing information about a product or an advertiser. Now, you have a following on Facebook because they are genuinely interested in what you have to say. So talk about, your belief, your opinions, the products that you've bought and how you've used them. Make sure that you are being compliant when you are posting a status on Facebook. Essentially what Janine just went over. Be sure to use the hashtag ad. Be sure to talk about why you love the product too. Just don't say, I bought this product and I really like it. Here's where you can get yours. Talk about why you love it and how you use it. And also, as we already discussed, be sure to deep link to the specific product. Don't leave your audience to the home page to do their own searching. Be sure to take them directly to the specific product that you are talking about. And now for ads. These are also becoming more popular, and you're probably seeing more posts that are sponsored posts. So you can typically see that underneath the brand name there. You can see in this example for Alaska Airlines that this post is sponsored. Now, the goal of sponsored ads is to get new views and new followers. So this will show up in the feeds of people that don't follow you yet or haven't liked your page yet. So if that is one of your goals, this may be a particular tactic to look into. So essentially the way this works is you get paid for each click, regardless of getting a sale or not. So this is only allowed if the particular advertiser or merchant allows pay per click promotion. So you'll definitely want to check their terms of use. And then it's also not a bad idea to be sure to check the Facebook rules and regulations too when it comes to purchasing an advertisement. And Janine, I don't know if you have anything to add to this, the purchasing of ads on Facebook or not.
Sure. One of the things here, because some people can get a little bit confused about what kind of compliance language to incorporate, as you can see on here, it says sponsored. So because of that, it's pretty obvious that it is an ad, and therefore you don't have to put all of the disclosure information on there that you might on a traditional Facebook post. So that's one of the biggest differences on Facebook between ads and posts. When it is an ad on Facebook, they tend to announce it for you. So that's a good thing. Whereas in a post, if you were going to do it and you're just talking about the item in general, then you would need to add the hashtag ad sign.
Thank you. And just finishing up with Facebook, we have some additional best practices for you. One thing that I like to do is create the post first in a separate document, so in a Word document or maybe on the Notes app on my phone, and then cut and paste it into Facebook. That way it allows me to see any errors that I may have and really allows me to edit the post before I push it live to my followers. You also want to make sure that the deep link is the first link in the post, just because typically the first link that your followers see are going to be the link that they click on. So if you are talking about a specific product, make sure that that deep link is clear and visible to your readers. And then also we already talked about using shortened links just because it looks a lot cleaner, a lot more pretty. And then adding your personal opinion. Again, your followers are following you and liking your page because they are interested in what you have to say. So don't be afraid to be personal, just because that's another way that will also add in authenticity to your blog and to your Facebook page. And it also creates loyalty amongst your followers. You may also want to re-add the picture in the comment section, just so the picture doesn't get lost amongst the feed. And also, if you're getting a lot of comments on your Facebook posts, again, definitely liking them, responding to them. That's what helps keep your readers coming back to your Facebook.
You want to make sure that you've got the disclosure in there properly, so hashtag ad is acceptable to put in there. And one other thing that I wanted to add in here is Awin has that convert-a-link technology, but that does not work on a Facebook ad. So don't count on that. You need to join the program first and be approved into it, and then pull your affiliate link to be able to use that on Facebook. Next, we're going to talk about Twitter, which can be a pretty powerful social media tool. Some of the best practices when posting on Twitter include pointing right to the website. This offers you a lot more room to use to describe the product rather than wasting those spaces, those valuable spaces on the URL. And even with more spaces, more characters now available to us, use them to sell, not on a, don't waste them on a URL. If you can, use shortened links whenever possible. But one of the things that we always recommend is that you use a click ref, just as Abby was discussing before. And especially if you're going to shorten the link, you've got room to put it in before you shorten, so that you'll be able to track back and see exactly which post it was that generated the sales. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to duplicate that in the future and make even more. One of the important things to do, though, is make sure that you do the hashtag ad before the link. As you can see here, it really doesn't seem very distracting to consumers, but it does let them know what's happening. It makes you FTC compliant to do that. And then finally, once again, the convert-a-link tool doesn't work with tweets. So if you're tweeting about an Awin program, make sure you're already an affiliate there. Some best practices on Twitter are important to use if you want to maximize your results here. So one of the things is, because Twitter is such a very immediate form of social media with tweets just racing through your feed, it's important to try and do things like include coupons or deals to create a real-time appeal and encourage readers to respond now. They're going to want to do it if they like what they see before it gets buried in their feed. So it's like, wait, that's a great looking necklace. I'm going to click on it now. If someone replies to any of your tweets, by all means, respond and start a conversation. This is much more engaging than a one-sided discussion, and as a result, engagement leads to sales. So anytime you can start that conversation, you stand a better chance of drawing more attention to the particular item that you're promoting and also having that person purchase it. It's really important to tweet on a regular basis and perhaps host some chats. You want to build up your network, and you want your followers to know that they can always count on something new and fresh from you on a regular basis. And then finally, once you've built up a strong, engaged following, it's perfectly acceptable to ask a brand to sponsor a contest for you that you can promote to your followers. But don't do this when you've just got a few followers and you don't really know if they're very effective in buying stuff that you recommend. That's one of the things that the advertiser is going to look at to try and see what you've done in the past and see if it's valid for them to be able to, to spend the money to do something like this.
And here are just a couple more examples of how to use shortened affiliate links on your Twitter page. So the first one you see there is a photo that I actually took myself. So it's a personal, authentic photo. I'm kind of talking about my experience that I had in London and then directing my followers as to where exactly they can buy tickets to experience the London Eye. So again, it kind of just builds that loyalty amongst my followers. I'm talking about something that I experienced and that I personally recommend. And then the second example is the example of utilizing coupons or deals on your Twitter. This is a good idea because oftentimes coupons and deals have an expiration date of maybe a week or a couple days down the road. So it's okay that this particular tweet would get lost, in the sea of the Twitter newsfeed, just because it does expire on a certain time. So letting your followers know right then and there where they can save money, and including that call to action, that buy here, letting them know exactly where they can be directed to get business cards or that ottoman or whatever it is that you are featuring. So you can turn all of your coupon and deal affiliate links into shortened links as well, and then share them on your Twitter. Now, it is also important to note that with Twitter, you'll have to upload your own image. So if it's okay that you use an image from the merchant's website, then save it to your desktop and then upload it with your post. Or you can always save a banner ad or any image that you want to your desktop to include with your post on Twitter, because the shortened link won't automatically populate an image for you. All right, now we're going to dive into Pinterest. So I know that there are tons and tons of bloggers that love Pinterest. Personally, it's the platform that I use the least, but there is certainly money to be made here. This kind of goes without saying, but obviously for Pinterest, you always want to have a quote pin-worthy image. So you want to be sure that your image really sticks out on your board. And you really want to have an authentic and strong description. Now remember, the best time to post on Pinterest is in the evenings. And another good strategy is to remember to include about 5 to 10 images per blog post, just to have a better chance of it going viral on Pinterest. I know a lot of bloggers have the Pinterest app or plugin on their particular computer, so when they hover over an image, they can pin it directly to their own Pinterest pages. So make sure that you're always including Pinterest-worthy images in your blog post, so that your readers can also be posting your own post to their boards. Now, there's 3 different strategies for posting affiliate links on Pinterest. You can always add affiliate links to your existing boards. So you can go back to the ones that are receiving the most traffic and try to add an affiliate link either within the description or within the website URL if it's about a specific product. The second option is that you can always create new boards with links to your favorite products. So let's say you're doing a kitchen renovation and you want to link to all of the products that you're going to be featuring in your new kitchen. You can always create a board, so a kitchen renovation board, and then link out to your favorite products. And then the practice that a lot of bloggers used before affiliate links were allowed on Pinterest again is simply linking your pins to your monetized blog posts. So be sure you're driving a ton of traffic from Pinterest over to your posts that are the most monetized. Now, this is just one example of what an affiliate link could look like on Pinterest if you are using the website URL with an affiliate link. All you have to do is take the URL from either Awin or from ShareASale and plug it into that website box. Now, I have recently heard that Pinterest is no longer allowing shortened links, so you will have to use the full elongated affiliate link here. So be sure not to follow this example of what's on the screen. Be sure to take the long affiliate link. And then you can use whatever images you like. Collages, again, will work here, or you can pin an individual image of the product to link to it. So you're being very clear and your audience knows exactly where the direction that they're heading. Now, this is actually an example of a blogger's pin that we work very closely with, and it's a pin that is making a ton of money. So she was kind enough to offer some advice on how she essentially made this pin go viral and how she's making money from it daily. So first and foremost, choose an affiliate product with an element of surprise or something that is unique that would naturally fit into your Pinterest feed. So again, being relevant, being consistent, knowing what your audience likes is definitely something that's going to be of extreme importance whenever you're posting affiliate links on social. Her second tip is to make long vertical images for the pins. So again, you can use PicMonkey, you can use Canva, whatever you're most comfortable with. Be sure to take advantage of those free services to make those quality images that help them to stand out. And also add text to your images, just again to be clear and concise so that your audience knows exactly what you're talking about. And then from your Pinterest profile, click on the plus sign in the top right to upload the picture that you've created. So in this case, she uploaded a memory bear made from baby's onesie, which is a super cute idea as it is. And then lastly, add a keyword-rich pin description. So including that disclosure that we've been talking about, and then pin it to a popular board that you own. So those are 5 easy steps on how to make money from Pinterest from a blogger that is doing it very well.
This has been one of her most successful pins, and it's one that just keeps performing every single week after week after week after week. And this was an item she found on Etsy and just fell in love with, and evidently the audience did as well. Finally, we're going to talk about Instagram. Now, Instagram is a bit tougher because it doesn't permit direct links in its description, so it's harder to use for affiliate marketing. But the good news is there are alternative methods to find a way to monetize Instagram. The first one is to utilize cookieless tracking. We'll talk about that in a few moments, as it's now available both on Awin and ShareASale. The second strategy that some bloggers use is they will create a landing page specifically for their Instagram products, similar to what Abby was just talking about to use on Twitter or on Facebook. You can do that as well with Instagram. So there's a couple of benefits to doing this. One of the things is as people click from the Instagram site to your site, that's going to give you a lot more page views, which of course is something that Google loves. But it's also going to trigger your Google Analytics tracking. So it's going to enable you to see a little bit more about the source of the traffic and what they did from there. One of the things that some people do as well is they will use the affiliate link as their primary link for a limited period of time. But it's just important to always remember that that means that any clicks that come through your Pinterest, or excuse me, your Instagram, you would think it was a Monday, that come through your Instagram feed are going to go to that destination. So it's really not a good long-term strategy. And finally, you can't forget to use the right disclosures in all the clickable locations. So in your picture description, in your bio, any of the other places, make sure that you are disclosing that this is an affiliate link. To talk a little bit more now about cookieless coupon tracking, this is available both on Awin and on ShareASale right now, which is fantastic. And it enables the networks to track sales on platforms like Instagram and Reddit without the use of a click. It's all about the unique coupon code that's offered. So Revitrage, who's an affiliate on both platforms, used this strategy to promote Misguided.com on Black Friday, and they generated a dozen sales in the first 36 hours. So it was quite effective for them to do that. However, it's important for you to know that you can't just copy someone else's coupon code and think that you're using the cookieless coupon tracking. The code must be uniquely assigned to you or you won't get credit. So if this is something you're interested in doing, reach out to a merchant and let them know that you want to do this and see if it's something that they offer through their program.
Just some additional best practices for Instagram, which also happens to be my favorite platform because I do love checking out pictures. It's just to check trending posts. If a particular topic or event or holiday is trending, it's always a good idea to link back to your blog post in the description here. So you don't always need to include an affiliate link on Instagram, but if you have a Christmas post or a holiday post that went viral last year, and you want to feature cookies or some sort of, something that you make in the kitchen for the holidays, be sure to link back to that particular post in your description, especially if a particular pie or cookie is trending. Be sure to let your audience know that you have a post surrounding that topic as well. I would say to post one picture daily. Make sure that it is a quality picture. You don't, want to overload your audience or your followers with tons and tons of pictures every day, but you definitely want to make sure that you're getting your picture and your brand out there at least once a day on Instagram. So we also kind of talked about this for Twitter too, but you can always partner with a merchant and do particular brand takeovers. So like Janine just mentioned, just reaching out to the merchant that you're interested in partnering with and seeing how they can help you get their name out there across any social channel. So with the cookieless coupon tracking, they can offer you an exclusive coupon code. So it can be something very simple, such as your name and then 50. So let's say Wayfair is offering me an exclusive coupon code to get my followers 50% off. I can just simply make a image in Canva that says Abby 50, and that's really easy. They don't have to click on anything. They can just go directly over to Wayfair, plug in Abby 50 at checkout, and then I'll receive commission for that particular purchase. So make sure that you're having that discussion with the brand directly, as they are the ones that will have to enable it within their account. But like Janine said, it is certainly possible on both platforms. Also, be sure to include your contact information in the bio of your Instagram profile. If a brand wants to work with you directly and maybe they're having a hard time reaching you, this will be one place that they can look where they can find you and they can get in touch with any sort of contest, or if they want you to feature a product or give you that code. Definitely a good idea to have your contact information readily available, not only on Instagram, but also across multiple platforms and even on your blog's About Me page. And also be sure to find your own unique personal style. I know that Instagram can sometimes get oversaturated with fashion posts, with different food posts, but if you're adding your own unique spin on the pictures that you're posting daily, that is another way of how you're going to increase your followers. And as we've mentioned already amongst the other platforms, just be sure to interact with your comments, follow other accounts that are similar in your niche, and then always be linking back to old relevant posts when you're not using an affiliate link in your description. Now this is an example of an Instagram page that I really love, and she's clearly doing something well with over 366,000 followers. What I like here is that she does have her contact information listed there, the hello@girleatworld.net. She also is linking back to one of her probably more popular posts. She has that consistency amongst all of her posts. So as you can see, she's holding out her food with what in the background is whatever city she is visiting at the time. And then she also created her own unique hashtag for herself. So obviously that can take some time to build up that brand recognition. But once you get there, that's definitely a good idea to draw some new followers into your account.
One of the things that you can also use to monetize Instagram are interim apps such as Snapped. Again, it's always fun. I just say Snap, Snap, but it's really quite a nice, easy solution to use. So the process of actually using something like this is first you select an Instagram image that you want to monetize, and then you log into your Snapped account and select the same image. Once you're in your Snapped account, you can then add the URL and a photo description to promote the item. And you want to make sure and include the disclosure. But it's really kind of just a fill in the blank sort of thing. And you can do as many different ones as you want to on here. And then when the consumer clicks through, they're offered a buyable image. So in this case, they can know that it's a buyable image because there's the one that's showing right there. What's nice though is since you can put in more items, so you can put as many points in there as you want. If you're a fashion affiliate, for example, you can highlight the dress, the shoes, the purse, the hat, all in the same post. And then the section that's offered there on the right would actually just be extended and itemize each one of the numbers. So when the consumer clicks on the image, they see this presentation which talks about the item and even gives the latest price on it. That's one of the things that I like about this particular app, is it will actually go in and grab the latest price, and if it's on sale, it'll tell the consumer that it's on sale. So it's all very seamless, very easy to do, but it's one other way that you can monetize Instagram and still comply with all of their rules. So you always want to make sure that you are compliant with everyone and every side, and then everybody benefits.
All right, we're going to end today's webinar with just some key takeaways. So just remember that these social channels can all work together. So if you have a strong presence on Facebook and you're looking to build up your following and your audience on Pinterest, be sure to refer people to check out your boards every once in a while on Facebook. They can really all work together, and you can really build a following that way by connecting all of your different channels to each other. Like I said, maybe not every day, but every once in a while, try that tactic and see if you can get some of your Facebook audience also on Pinterest, just kind of a way to build your own unique brand. Now, I also like this quote, basically just saying that it does take some time, and it can take a little bit of trial and error when it comes to finding out what will work best for you and your audience. So what works for some people and for some bloggers may not always work for other bloggers. So like the quote says, test different amounts of text within your various channels and keep track of how each post performs. From there, you can make decisions about what types of content, as well as its accompanying titles and descriptions, are the most well received from your audience. So that comes down to research, research, research. So be sure to check out your analytics and reporting, both in your Share a Sale interface and your Awin interface. If you do have any questions about the capabilities of what our reporting can lend to you, definitely reach out to us. We are able to see which specific creatives are being clicked. We have reports broken down by day, by week. You can see how many clicks you've generated, how many sales you've generated for a particular merchant. So it's definitely important to dive into those different reports that are available on either platform, and be sure to check to see what is working best for you. Another piece of advice is to follow what your competitors are doing. Going back to, what works for some may not always work for others, it's good to have some different strategies in mind. So be sure to check out maybe what some other bloggers in your niche are doing, test out some different strategies for yourself, and really go from there.
Okay, now we do have some time for questions, so please just type them in the chat box and we'll do our best to answer them for you.
So it looks like we had one come through at 12:15, or before that, right after we started. It seemed someone was a little confused. So if you want to clarify what it is that you wanted us to elaborate on, we'd be happy to. And then a question came through at 12:15. How do you advertise on Facebook? So like we kind of went over, there are two different options there. You can simply include an affiliate link from the interface in one of your posts. So you can use that shortened link to deep link to a specific product and give your own brief description on it, maybe upload your own image if you would like, or you can buy the sponsored advertisement on Facebook as well. And I'm not sure where in Facebook you go to do that, but I imagine it's somewhere under your settings page.
I know often I'll see someone, or I'll see a post that comes through that we've done, and it'll say, boost this post for $5 or whatever. So you don't have to have a huge budget to be able to promote one of your posts or something like that on Facebook. But what we would recommend doing is, test out different audiences. You don't want the entire world to see it because the entire world is not your target audience. So, any kind of way that you can funnel them down to be a more likely person to actually be interested and purchase the product, the better. And sometimes that's a case of trial and error, but, fortunately with Facebook, it doesn't have to be expensive to gain that insight.
All right, and it looks like we got a few questions from someone that had left that I believe we addressed already, but hopefully he will email us if he has any further questions. The next question I see here is, over time, how do you advertise all the different products? Also, how do you keep them active? If you have a customer purchase a product you were promoting, say, 2 to 3 months ago. So when a customer purchases a product that you were promoting 2 to 3 months ago, it will come back to the cookie duration that the merchant has set for their program. So if a merchant has a 30-day cookie enabled for their program and a customer clicks on one of your affiliate links but doesn't make a purchase right away, if they return to the merchant's website within 30 days and make a purchase, then you still earn commission on that. However, if it's outside the 30 days from them initially clicking on your affiliate link, you will no longer earn commission on that. So that is how the time frame works. So obviously you'll want to look for affiliate programs that have the longer cookie durations, which on average it is about a 30-day, 60, 90-day cookie window. All right, the next question, how can we get a copy of the presentation? We are actually recording this session and it will be uploaded to, Janine, are we uploading this to YouTube or where can they find it afterward?
We will put it in the Awin feed on YouTube. So we do have an Awin channel and that's where it'll be located. And we'll probably have that up there within the next 24 to 48 hours. So please, by all means, share it with your friends.
Definitely. All right, and then the next question is, can I use the affiliate account for different websites? Yes, on ShareASale, you can actually add additional websites that you control under your same unique account profile that you already have. So you're actually going to be using the same affiliate ID across all your different websites. So there is the way to do that is under account and then settings inside of our interface, and you can just add in the websites that you're going to be promoting affiliate links on there.
And it works the same way within Awin. You have the opportunity to list multiple promotional spaces, is how we refer to them, within your account. And it's a really good idea to go ahead and mention all of the different things that you might be using, because you don't want a merchant to come to your profile and see that you've got a candle site and you're asking to promote fireplaces. They're not going to know why you want to promote fireplaces unless you put in your fireplace site as well. So bad example, but you get what I mean. You've got to make it easier for the merchants, and they're more likely to approve you as a result.
And including your personal social media accounts. Yes. So if you are going to be posting affiliate links on your social media accounts, it is best practice to add them to your profile. That way it provides full transparency to the merchant. So you're already approved. If you're already approved for the merchant program and you want to promote them on your Facebook page, simply just add your Facebook page URL to your account profile. That way they know that you'll also may be promoting them there. So definitely, yeah, a best practice. And also when you're applying to join new programs, we offer a description box where you can let the merchant know exactly how it is you're going to be promoting them. So if social is one of the ways that you know you're going to be promoting a particular merchant, you can let them know that. Maybe let them know some statistics about your followers as well, just to, again, provide them full transparency and keep those lines of communication open. So if you have a huge following on Instagram or on Facebook and you include that in your application to join their program, they may remember that, and down the line they may want to, you know, work out a specific deal with you. All right, and I don't see any other questions coming through. Janine, is there any last piece of advice or any more takeaways that you'd like to end with?
Well, just, the only thing I'd like to say is, by all means employ social media. It's one of the most popular strategies that are going on today. So, take full advantage of that traffic. It's easy to grow it, it's easy to engage it, and, don't leave any stone unturned because there's commissions to be made.
Yes, definitely agree there. And yeah, if anyone does have any questions, like Janine said, we will be uploading this presentation to the Awin YouTube account, and our contact info is there. So you can find our phone lines as well as our emails, and definitely don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're certainly willing to help provide additional best practices or to talk through some of the strategies that we went over today.
Absolutely. So thank you everyone for joining us today, and we wish you a very happy holiday season and happy selling online.
Yeah, yeah, everyone have a good weekend.